Wow, look at that. Just get fired up and I got two people waiting for me and a thumbs up already. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. How you doing, Leon? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Hey, good morning, Mike. Can I get a hell yeah from you two guys if the sound is on point? Hey guys, is the audio working okay? I don't know how much juice I have in this microphone, and I think my dog swallowed the other one, unfortunately. Hey Rob, how's it going? Gavin, how you doing, buddy? Happy Easter to all of you guys. I hope you guys are having a great day or going to be having a great day with your friends and family. Hey Rob, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Lone Wolf, Caddy Blinker, Mark Townsend. Woo, everyone's pouring in here. This is great. Louis, how's it going, buddy? Or Louis, if I got that wrong. My Quebec accent kicking in there. T-Rex, how you doing, buddy? Happy Zombie Day. You too, my friend. You too, my friend. Hey, Nick, how's it going, buddy? You're just checking in? Perfect. Can anybody confirm that the audio is working okay? I'm Mr. Squatch. I'm doing good. Thank you very much. And you? By the way, in the thumbnail, I'm trying out a brand new coffee that I got from a hot sauce sale. I bumped into this lady from Honduras. Her name was Lucia, which is her name on the package. Ooh, what do we got here? Hey, Double D's, how's it going, buddy? Happy Easter, everybody. Good on the audio, perfect. So, I got to chatting with her a little bit. I was selling the hot sauce. She was selling this fresh roast coffee from Honduras. And anyway, I was looking for a coffee. It was a little early in the morning, and I was only one coffee deep, but I needed another one to get the old the coal engine running. And sure enough, she was selling coffees. It was $2 a pop. I was like, might as well. It's probably going to be better than Tim Hortons or any of those places. So I whipped on over to see her. Started chatting with her a little bit. She's like, "Ooh, what kind of coffee do you like?" I said, "Is that dark roast in there? Because I like my coffee strong." Sure enough, dark roast. She's like, "Yeah, sure. Here you go." So I took one sip of it. I'm like, "Ooh, I might be coming home with a bag of this stuff." Yeah. So I ended up picking up a bag, and I was cooking it at home, and it was probably one of the best coffees I've ever had in my life. I only got one pack of it. It's kind of expensive, but it's what I got in here today. That's what we'll be drinking tonight. Then I have to find a way to find Lucia, and get some more. So it's been a pretty crazy week this week. I got in the last 4 days, I got 2 shorts. Hey, Ethan, how's it going, buddy? Oh, Black Rifle coffee is really damn good, man. It's good stuff. I've tried a few of them. Really, really nice. So yeah, it's been a crazy weekend, I guess. I shot 2 videos, got them edited and uploaded. The second one you haven't seen. I think I'm gonna try to do a. I think I'm gonna try to do a. What do you call them? One of those premieres for the first time, so we could all watch it together and do do some chatting back and forth while we're watching me stink it up there. How's it going? Still in you? And then I got 2 shorts done also. One of them, no, I think I might be lying to you. I think it was 3 shorts I got done. So we got the Happy Easter one, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, still in you, spreading the love. Love it. So I did the Happy Easter one. I did one of me shooting tubes, and I did another one of I can't remember what the other one was now. It doesn't really matter, but you'll see them all as they come up. Bushcraft Rebooted is affiliated with Black Rifle Coffee. Oh, cool. You see, still in you, right here. I hope it wasn't too painful, the cheek. This here, now, usually they call this a butterfly kiss. Well, I am the only dumbass in the world who could do this to himself, short draw. And you know how I did it? Shooting these damn microfiber pouches. Now, I ended up soaking this guy up in water a little bit because it was so firm. And whenever I would draw right to about here, while I was letting go, the little edge of it would just go like this across my face. And I shot a good couple of hours with that, just feeling a little tickle. It felt like nothing, little bits at a time. And you know what? It was tubes that did it to me. I knew this was going to kill me, Hoggy. It's all your fault. Yeah. Yeah, it was the tubes that did it to me, shooting short draw with tubes. I just slowly but surely just ate a hole in my face. I knew tubes were going to be lethal. But it doesn't really matter. It was a crazy, crazy weekend. I guess a happy Easter tailor made. It was just going to be a crazy weekend. I did all kinds of weird stuff. Went out and did a tube shooting video, which I really enjoyed. This was a lot of fun. And I've tried many different ways to shoot tubes on different I'm almost dying, on different slingshots, and I never had any success. And I was just like, man, I don't know what to do. Like this, like screw tubes. I don't get it. So chatting with Hoggy, I wanted to do something to represent the tube shooters. Mike is I say this all the time, and I absolutely mean it. He's the glue of the slingshot community, keeps everybody together. And I thought it was important to show Hoggy some love and do a video showing his shooting style. And sure enough, we went out and I saw a video from Mikey. Did a video where he was talking about how the tubes kind of line right up in that little groove on his it was his EXO, I think he shoots it with. And I decided to give it a shot on my Enzo. Wow. I mean, wow. I can't believe. I think I shoot the Enzo with tubes better. Maybe not. Maybe not better than flat bands, but equally as good. So going forward, I'm going to get a little bit more experience with the tubes, and then I'm going to put out a video. Going to do out a video for tubes and beginners. Now, I've already said that I don't know shit about shooting tubes, but I'm going to tell you this. I'm doing my research already. I've got a crap ton of information written down and collected, and it's going to be a damn good video for anybody who's starting off shooting tubes. I promise you that. It's your raggedy pouch. You might be right. Yeah. Bunnies and Easter eggs, breakfast for champions. Yes, sure, Robert. Yes, sure. Oh man, I laugh at myself all the time. There's so much to laugh at. I have a great time doing it too. Sometimes I'm by myself. People think my medication wore off, bro. Good morning. Mark and brothers on here. How y'all doing? We're doing great, Texan. I hope you're doing great too, my friend. And happy Easter to you and your family. Ah, see? Hoggy's Tennessee. Ethan writes here, Hoggy is the man. My mornings or afternoons would not be the same without him. Absolutely agreed. I was the one who told Mikey about the grooves. Nice. Ethan's deep in the streets, man. He's got all the answers. He's got all the information before everybody else. I love it. I'm just going to start sending you messages, dude. Hey, what do you think of this? No joke. Mike says here, ATO, you were drilling it with those tubes in that Enzo. I couldn't believe it. I tried a bunch of different tube shooters. I used to have a PTFA, which I actually gave to Hoggy. I had a Frog from GZK. I had what was that other one I had? I know I had another one of those little Dankung things with the rounded wire loops there. And man, no matter what I did, it just was not happening. It was not happening. I couldn't shoot the freaking thing at all. No matter what I did, shooting those bands, if I let it go, it would always hook to the left, no matter what I did. Now, I originally thought that was because of the loop bands, that if you're not keeping everything perfectly even on your draw as you're coming out, that maybe the top band was pulling a little, the top half of the tube was pulling a little bit more than the bottom half and making me hook to the left. I was sure that was the case. And I basically had given up. I'm like, screw tubes, this is dumb. When I tried the PTFA, it has that wave system where it kind of like zigzags in and out of the frame and comes up over the top. This was the same thing. I had an issue with this one too. No matter what, when I was pulling the bands, it always felt like it was like vibrating, like slipping a little bit or whatever it was. I just didn't fully trust the wave attachment, and I think that was affecting my psychology of my shot. Kind of worried about it letting go or something. But again, with that frame, I always hooked to the left. Don't know why. Until I put it on this frame. And then it blew my freaking mind. I could not believe how well I shot with this thing. Anyway, tubes. Wasn't the first, and it's not going to be the last time you see me shooting. Hey, good morning, Al. Happy Easter, my friend. I'm about even every day. Rooster's demand and yakety yak ain't no slouch either. Absolutely. I don't know about all that, Mark, but I try to help out the best. You know what, dude? That's what it's all about, man. It's just the community getting together and trying to get everyone trying to help everyone get to an elevated level. And really, there's no bad ideas or bad information that can go out there because there's so many variations in shooting. You could be helping somebody. Hey, Axum, how's it going, Andrew? Good morning, Mark and gang. Getting ready to start working, but I wanted to say hello. Well, you have a great day working, my friend. Dude, I was shocked I shot so well too. Like really, it blew my mind. I was really, really surprised. I really thought that video was just going to be a total shit show. Leon is the man. That PFTA is awesome. It's got AGO mojo all over it. I'm not normally a tube shooter. I got the new Omega tubes on the way with a clip Spitfire from Tim. Ooh, buddy. Hopefully the new tubes are smooth as the green and white. Well, you know, we're going to see too, because I just placed an order for some 1632s. Got some of those coming in from Omega Slings. Should be fun to test out with some of those high style pouches also. We're going to give that a go. JM, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, you know what? That is a problem when you get into your own head. Hoggy writes here, you get in your own head, and it's a terrible thing. It really is. There's certain, actually, should I let the secret out? Wow, why not? As much as I was skeptical about tubes before, I was also skeptical about this. Shooting TTF. A little backstory, I guess. When I did the review of the Crazy Power Mini, for whatever reason, I was able to shoot that thing like a boss. Everything was great. I was having a great time. Everything was good. Shot like a boss. Did the second video with the 10-shot Tuesday. Did some amazing shooting with it. Put the frame down, shot a little OTT for a while, and then I tried to pick it back up again, and I wasn't able to shoot it again for 2 years. Same issue, shooting directly to the left all the time. Big time, too. Somehow, I figured it out. I decided I was going to shoot a video about my targets that I like to shoot and do some shooting with each one. And this is the video you'll be seeing on Wednesday with the premiere, so I hope you guys will join me for that. But that's the first time I've picked up TTF in like 2 years. And wow, I did some great shooting. Oh man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. Hey, ATO, blessings, man. This is Mickey and Stretch from Jamaica. I love watching your Slingshot videos, man. Hey, dude, that's awesome. Mickey and Stretch, what's going on? So, hope you guys are doing great down there. I hope you got much better weather than what we got, I'm sure. And I wish you and your family a great Easter. When you tie a tube band, does it roll or twist? I didn't have any issues tying the tubes. They came out pretty good. But I did a wrap and tuck with a quick fold over. I was concerned about doing any other method with it in that way to make sure that it wasn't going to cause me any issues. But it seemed to work okay. So, yep, it seemed to work okay. Did a little bit of shooting with it. Everything was good. When I tied loop bands, though, that was much trickier. I had a hard time with it. I kept on having to straighten them out and kind of twist them in, get the loop down so it hung pretty nice, get them all clamped in, and it was a lot of being finicky. If I am going to continue shooting tubes, I will be shooting singles like this. I find it's easier. Your form is more forgiving, I guess you could say, and yeah, that was it. When I was shooting loop bands, for whatever reason, if I took my frame, held my anchor, and I pushed my hand out straight like this, it was okay. If I draw it like I normally do, by bending my arm out, disaster. Hey, Chad, what's going on, man? Michael, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, no joke. The Spitfire is Hey, Mark, you need more likes. Yeah, it would be great if I can get some more likes. That would be freaking awesome. I want to put tubes on my 701, but I couldn't figure it out. Just do a wrap and tuck, man. That's all I did. Seemed to work out okay. Definitely ask Hoggy. He'll set you up. Gypsy tab them. Rob, or attach them just like bands. You know, that's one thing I think I want to experiment a little bit is with the... Whoa. just had a really big bird chasing another really big bird right out my window. It had claws on them and everything. It was crazy. I might try those tabs out and see how that goes. I think it might be a good go. And I think a lot of people just use like pouches or something, right? I think that's what they go with. I'm new here and I have a question. Do you 3D print all your frames or whatever the term is? Nope, I don't 3D print them. We buy them from manufacturers. I think a lot of them are injection molded, if that makes any sense. Like I believe that's what this guy's made out of. It's an injection mold. I was scared off shooting TTF for years. I honestly enjoy it now. Just hate the TTF bands. You know what the problem was with me, Ethan? It kind of messes with my psyche a little bit, but I discovered that it solved all my problems. So when I draw, if, for example, I put my fork out and I pull straight back. I don't know if you could see the tip of where my fork lands. Everything seems to be perfectly straight for me and evenly pulled all the way down. Okay. If I shoot this, I shoot to the left. What I started doing was I started cocking my wrist back a little bit. Hold on a second. Can you see this here? You see how it's kind of pulling a little bit more on one side than the other? It goes against everything. All my spidey senses are tingling when I'm shooting like that. But if I do that, I hit what I'm aiming at. Bang on. Every single time. I don't know why. Rico, what's going on, my friend? What happened to my face? Shooting tubes happened to my face. No, basically, the reason why I went away from shooting pit locating pouches is when I do shoot a lot of times, I force my hand into my face. See that? I force my hand into my face and I draw. And sometimes when I shoot, my chubby baby cheeks here squish out a little bit like this if I slide forward, and when I release the pouch, the pit locating pouches tend to be a little bit on the sharp side, and it'll scrapes off some skin. Do that 200 times in a row, 300 times in a row, shooting a video or just having a shooting session, and it jacks your face up. So I got two options: become a starving artist, or just suck it up and be a man. Chicks like scars anyway. So here we go. That's what happened to my face. Oh, I think I just explained it, but I would appreciate some more likes. That would be awesome, dude. Just joshing, making slingshots. I do dabble from time to time with tree forks, but I don't make them to sell them. Although I will be doing a raffle this week. This week is the big day. It's coming up, and also we're going to do the giveaway results in a very short video coming up very soon after this live. I would send you money, but I'm broke. Yeah, we're all broke, brother. These are the times, my friend. How are you liking the clay ammo? The clay ammo. Well, I'll tell you what. I got a lot of it. I got like 3,500 shots. Should last me a couple of weeks. Do you support Ukraine or Russia? You know what I support? Not killing people, and I'll see you later for asking dumb questions. Sorry, where was I going? That gets me a little angry when people talk that shit here. How am I liking the clay ammo? Yes, Rex. So clay ammo is pretty fun. Recently, I've been having quite a bit of wind in my area. It's been causing me trouble, so I've been shooting the tubes a little bit and some TTF yesterday. I split back and forth between the clays and the steel. I will say the steel is still by far way more accurate. The clays I find a little bit annoying because of the size difference. I got crazy size difference. I wonder if I could show you. This is one of the bags that I got. These ones are actually pretty good. It might be more my old batch that's causing me grief. I haven't really shot. Yeah, you see, there's a couple of them, just absolutely tiny little things in there. I don't know why, but for the most part, this new batch that I got seemed to be pretty round, which is kind of nice. The old batch that I had, these guys, you can't even see inside the bag. It's just a really filthy mess. There were so many broken ones inside, and it was just a total shit show. And the size differences, and they weren't even round. They were like, I don't know. They're like these little hard blobs, and they just didn't shoot well. I'm finishing off that bag that I had from the old batch first. We'll see how that goes, and then we'll move on there. Texan showing some love. Appreciate you, brother. You're the best. I can't wait to try my rooster. Looks like Knight got into slingshots. You know what? I saw Double D's video of shooting this rooster the other day. Man, that thing looks like it holds like a boss. I'm telling you. Tabs can be leather, paracord, or pouches. Yep. On that long draw gypsy sling, it was I was using. It had tabs on it. I guess like paracord tabs. Seemed to be okay. Yeah, I have been shooting a little bit of long draw, but that's not what caused this. This is the combination of being a plus size model and shooting tubes. Yeah. Hi, Mark. I'm Mark. Good to meet you, Mark. I shot TPF good until I developed the shanks. I don't know what shanks are, but they sound awful. I think it was Rex who told me to hit the backs of them pit pouches with sandpaper, and it often softens them up. Yeah, you know what I did, Ethan? I actually ended up taking that pouch. Let's see if I can show it to you here. I'm knocking you around everywhere. Sorry for that. It's much softer now. I just when I went to adjust my tubes because they had stretched out a little bit, I took the pouch off. I got it wet and I kind of just messed it around on my fingers until it dried, and it really helped out. Prepared Woodsman. Hi, Mark. I'm struggling with pouch release and being consistent in hitting the target repeatedly, so I took my band strength back to 0.45. Was this the right decision? Okay, Prepared Woodsman. I would say absolutely yes. The draw will affect your release of how smooth it's going to be. It all depends on what ammo you're shooting also, though. If you've gone down to 0.45, I hope you're shooting 8mm steel or smaller. 9.5 would not be a good choice with that. But that's what I would absolutely do is drop it down a little bit, and then also try to concentrate a little bit on your release when you're if you have it available, or if you could do it inside. Set up a mirror or a camera and get in front of it and just take some shots close up to your hand and release it. Now, your arm's going to be under tension, right? So when you release it, you should see this a little bit. That's kind of normal. But if you're doing this, anything like that, that's no good. You want to bring it to here and just let it go. I'll sacrifice one dry fire shot. Get your body set up, and that's it. Just let it slip through your fingers. If you've ever done any archery or anything like that, it's the same principle. Get your draw, hold your shot, and then just gently relax your hand until the thing slips out of your hand, and that's it. The motion should be less. One other thing that might be happening is that if you're holding it in front of the ball, and yes, there are people who do this and shoot well with it, but I would try to hold on top of the ball. Let's see if I can give you a good example. We'll get one of these shitty clays out here. So basically, where are we here? Okay. So if you're shooting like this and you see how the pouch is closed, when you're trying to pull this out, okay, there we go. When you're trying to pull this out, you don't really know how it's going to slide out because it's got a force around your finger bone, okay? So it's gonna have a funny, like a recoil off of it as it goes past. If you could hold it here and you keep your pouch open while you draw, this will eliminate that of it going around the bone, because you're actually squeezing it on top of the bone, right? See that? Pouch is open, not like this. Pouch is open, so there's much less for interference, and it should smooth out your release a little bit. Hope that helped. Who punched you? Oh, nobody punched me. Sanding the print off the back works well. Yeah. How are you doing, my daddy Chan? Doing good. How are you? I need to get the Walmart clay. Yeah, I know, but they don't sell it here. Commie Canada won't let you have it. I'll have to see if I can get it online. Maybe I can order it online from Walmart. What's it sold as? Is it actually sold as slingshot ammo, or do they have some other kind of name for it, like clay beads or something stupid like that? I like the clay for the garage, no ricochet. Yeah, tell me about it. I actually had a little bit of an issue just last week. I was doing some shooting, and I had an ammo go into the catch box, hit who knows whatever, and it flew right back and hit my house. And I was like, oh shit! Imagine if that thing flew over to my next door neighbor's house and broke a window or something. I was like, okay, I gotta do something. Yeah, Deez, I'm not a big fan of clay either. I don't hate it, but I am not a big fan of it. What the fuck is going on here? I'm not a big fan of it, but when I'm shooting some of those metal targets, which I got a new one coming in, and you're going to see that video on Wednesday. I like shooting those metal targets. It's kind of fun. You know, the plates fall down and that kind of thing. I've got this metal flipper tree that I like to shoot, but I can't shoot those with steel. It has to be flats. Has to be clays. Me either, Rob, but I like that the Walmart clay is white and it's easier to see. And it's like, oh, wow, that's cool. Because I find the darker clay, once I let it go, that's it. It's gone. And I have a hard time adjusting. Good morning. I'm at your channel. You give some good advice and tips. Could I ask what would be your go-to caddy? Cheers from Stuart from Stuart. What would be my go-to caddy? You're bringing in the hard questions, brother. Well, I wouldn't have. To be honest, I'm not going to have just one go-to caddy, but I do have a few that I absolutely love. One of them has popped into my life. It's called the Spitfire from Omega Slings. My Titan Hunter from Catapult Carnage. My Beagle from Prime 4 Catapults. My Custom Beagle version 1. The Hiker from Bill Hayes. What else? That's all I can think of right now. My Cygnus from Prime 4 Catapults. Although I haven't shot that guy much, very much lately. But yeah, it's pretty good. Those are pretty much my go-tos lately. I've been shooting those like no one's business. And is there anything else? Oh, and my Enlivener from Sniper Sling. Can't believe I almost forgot that one. I know that it's not really answering your question if I had to pick one, but I don't think I can pick one. The Shanks are a golf term. Still from pickup meaning inaccurate. It's just yes, yeah, you're right. Okay, I just hadn't heard it applied to slingshots before. Wally World clay and the Wally World cart, but also massive quantities in the Amazon cliffs. Mark, can I post my channel? Anybody who has a channel on here that wants to post it, go right ahead. I like that clays make smoke like cowboy shots. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, you see the Amazon clay here for me, for those 3,600 shot, 3,600 shots, yeah, it cost me almost $40. Imagine that. But for me to buy 1,000 shots of 8mm steel is like $30. So anyway, we're getting screwed. Yeah, I'm shooting 8mm on the 45. Yeah, you're good, prepared woodsman. Sorry, I'm really far behind here. I just realized I've been shooting my mouth off. Turtle, what's going on, buddy? Sam, how you doing? All right, I'm gonna check out that Walmart clay and see how it goes. 74 watching. That should be 74 like. It don't cost nothing. You not hit that thumbs up button. Great channel. Thanks, Jack. Appreciate you, man. Comes in a plastic jar too. Ooh, I like that. Those Ziploc bags, a lot of them get all busted up. What's your method of self-enjoyment? We're not going to touch that one, dude. Using available band placement. Just change 25-15, 22-12 makes a big difference from centering the bands and putting to the far edge. You know what, Sam? I am doing a video on it. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when I show what the deal is. But yeah, I will be doing it. I tried to get out recently, probably this week, to shoot it, but the wind here has been crazy. And OTT bands, out of all bands, OTT bands are not friendly at all in the wind. So, for example, when I'm drawing like this, you see how the bands are wide? I've got wind coming in from, I guess I'm shooting I'm shooting straight ahead and the wind's coming this way, I wasn't able to get a shot off in the last few days. When I'm shooting tubes is not an issue, but unfortunately we can't shoot the video with tubes. So don't have to worry about the wind with these guys. And the TTF, which is why I shot the second video yesterday, shooting TTF, because with the wind blowing across it, they vibrate much less, even though they do vibrate a little bit, but it's much less than OTT. So I haven't been able to get a OTT video shot just yet on that issue, but it's coming. Is this Texas Star, have you been hitting it with steel or just clay ammo? I've only been hitting it with clay ammo. I am going to try shooting it with steel in the near future, but I do have a feeling that it'll damage it a little bit. And but I will test it out. We'll see how it goes. I also got another one, a new one coming out. It's not a Texas Star, but it's something similar in idea. But we'll see that on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing a premiere and a release of all my favorite targets that I shoot on a regular basis, and I'm going to be taking shots with them, and the whole video shot with TTF. Sent you a PM of the Walmart clay. Oh, I hope that went to me, because I'm going to look into that, see if I can get some in here. Kelly, sup? Can I have a question? You sure can. If my draw length is 28 inches, what should my active band length be? Thanks in advance. Well, Kelly, here's the thing. I have done a video where I go in depth on all this and how to tune your bands. But basically, I'll break it down to you real quick. First thing you got to do is take your elastic, draw 1 centimeter space in between, stretch them out, and see how far it goes. Now, when you stretch it out, let's say, for example, we're talking Omega Slings, I get a 700% elongation. So that means 1 centimeter stretches to 7 centimeters. At this point, if I had maxed out bands with no pouch and no fork attachment, my active band length would be, hold on, I have it written down here. I think it's 111 something. It's 10.7 centimeters on a 700 elongation, and my draw length is 29.5 inches. So basically what you want to do is you're going to take your draw length, you're going to divide it by 7 or whatever your max elongation is. And that would give you your active band length for a maxed out band. Now you have to add a little bit of elastic to that to attach your fork, however you attach your fork. So if it's like a wrap and tuck, you may want to do a centimeter or 1.5 centimeters extra. And if you're going to attach your pouch, I use 1 centimeter for the pouch, which is fine. But still, my active band length would be 10.7. You don't want to shoot maxed out bands on a regular basis. No matter what the elastic, they will not last as long. And the draw weight is going to be a little heavier. So what I do is I add, now remember, 1 centimeter will stretch out to 7 centimeters, right? So what I do is I add in between a 0.5 centimeter and 1 centimeter for extra elongation, which helps with band length. So in this case, my maxed out active band length was 10.7. With the with 1 centimeter for the pouch attachment and a 0.5 centimeter for the fork attachment, because I shoot clips, gave me 12.2 centimeters of total maxed out bands. Now, I don't want to shoot that because it's going to cause me a little bit of problem. So I did add 1 centimeter to the bands, which I probably could have used less. A 0.5 centimeter would have been better, but I added a 0.5 centimeter to my active band length. So instead of shooting 11.7, 10.7, I was shooting 11.7 for my active band length. And then I had 12.7, and then I used a little bit for the fork attachment, which brought me up to I cut my bands at 13.5. That's what I did with these guys here. I could have gone a little bit shorter. But there is no set active band length for anybody. Now, a lot of people throw active band length around like it's something that you should be doing. That's horseshit. Basically, what you want to do is you want to take a band set, find out what the max elongation was going to be, and then you build from there. So what I would do in your case is I would take your draw length, divide that by your draw length, divide that by your active okay. What I would do in your case is I would check out your max elongation, find out what that is. Take your draw length, divide that by your max elongation. That'll give you your active band length for a maxed out band. Add a tiny bit to that, say a half centimeter or a centimeter, and then add to that elastic of whatever it is that you need to attach a pouch and attach to your fork, and then go from there. You may decide that you want to have a little bit more on your active section, which is in between where your pouch attaches and where your fork attaches. You may want to add a little bit more to that. Once you've done that, if you like the way those bands are performing, you've got good speed with decent longevity, stick with it. If you want to have a little bit more performance, shorten them up. If you want to have a little bit more longevity with a lighter draw, lengthen them. And that should get you settled. But I do highly recommend to check out that video. It's called How to Tune Your Bands, The Complete Guide, or something like that. It's a very recent video. It's probably my last top 4 or 5 vids. Spitfire is awesome. Now I can't wait to try the Aries. May the force be with you, my Jedi. Thank you. Oh, very cool. Thanks, buddy. Sitting you a pick of it, Mark. Leon, I think Omega's got more coming. Wow, really far behind again. I keep chatting my mouth off, and here we are. I shot my 3-corner Rougarou yesterday with pseudo-tapered tubes, and it was a spinner driller for my inaccurate self. It comes up clay slingshot balls. They have a few brown choices. Huh. Yeah, Brian, I'm going to be doing a video, or Brian wrote here. Hi, Mark. Interesting about tube shooting. I'm going to be doing a video on that. I've already started collecting a bunch of information. I got to fact check all my stuff first, and then I'll bring it to you as soon as I can. Where did I get that Texas Star, by the way? I got that from Amazon. They're selling on Amazon. What happened to your cheek? Basically shooting a brand new pit locating pouch. When I do my draw, sometimes my hand slipped forward and it made my chubby ass face stick out. And when I released the pouch, it just scraped it while it was going by, and it was just tiny little scrapes. But after shooting a brand new pit locating pouch on there for a while, it just ate a hole in my face, I guess. Kevin, how you doing, buddy? Good morning, ATO. Hi, all in the chat. It's early here on the West Coast, but but here I am, talking about dedication, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Hi, I'm new. How's it going, Diamond Guy? Ironically enough, the pit coats have cut up my finger a bit. Not sure if I'm gripping the pouch too tightly with you talking about the mark on your face. Yeah, you know what? It was just me trying to wrap my head around this whole thing. Shooting, I had 4 frames with tubes with different setups, and anyway, I find pit locating pouches often do this to me, though. It's just how I shoot. I usually stick my hand on there, and while I'm anchoring on my face, I'm getting ready. I just I don't know. It happens. Hey, Track Attack, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing good, my friend. Shiando, what's up? The Lord is risen. I expect exploding Easter egg video coming soon. Dave Berger, I've already released one. It wasn't an Easter egg, though. It was an egg with an ATO on it, though. It was actually kind of fun. It was a kind of funny video. You should check it out, though. It's fun. Oh, I know it hurts. I slapped myself with the sniper sling yellow. Yeah, but dude, I was shooting short draw. I wasn't shooting long draw. I was shooting short draw. Pitts gave me a wicked callus on my finger before I gave him up. Yeah. You know, I like the pit locating pouches for larger ammo, like 9.5 steel, but all my 8mm steel, I use a regular leather pouch. I much prefer it. Thanks, Idol. I'll check your videos out about how to tune a band. Great day. Yeah, you too. You too, Kelly. Yep. So I've got a bunch of I guess shorts coming out. We did a little bit of shooting with the tubes this week, which was a really fun adventure. I didn't think I was going to have this much fun doing it, so we'll try different setups and see how that goes. Did some TTF shooting this week. It was actually a pretty good time. There was a whole lot of first times going on this week. Well, not first time shooting TTF, but actually getting success shooting TTF. And anyway, did any of you guys see that short that I put out? That I put out for the Easter message. And just for the record, tube shooters are not animals. It was just a joke. I don't want anybody getting offended here. Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. My buddy Colton sent me a message and said, "Hey, I'm going to be putting these together for Easter. I'm hoping I can get some a whole bunch of them together and start like a thing for sling shooters, where they shoot some eggs for Easter." And anyway, I basically put it together real quick, and I had to make it somewhat exciting, so I threw in that little headbutt on the camera. Anyway, it was fun to get out and shoot. The funny thing was, though, is I knocked my hat off, and I'm like, boom, and you tube shooting animals, and I gave the camera a headbutt, and my neighbor was sitting there staring at me like, what the hell's going on? She's like, Mark, are you okay? I turned around and said, yep, I think my medication's wearing off, and I just grabbed my camera and went inside. So I don't know what they're thinking now, but who cares? Oh, man, it was funny. I saw it, and I liked that were outdoor animals. Yeah, that was funny. How do those golf ball targets hold up? The wiffle ones. Honestly, man, I'm pretty freaking surprised. I've been hitting them with a mixture of clay and 8mm steel so far. I've hit it many times, and sometimes actually, just to show you, I got one here. I haven't poked a hole or damaged the wiffle ball yet, but somehow the 8mm steel sometimes hit the circle, and I guess it. Excuse me, coffee's beating me up. I guess it, bends it in for a brief second and sucks the ball in. So I've got a whole bunch of little ammo floating around inside there, but it's actually it's holding on pretty good. And I've had that one in the catch box. I've probably hit it a good 100, 150 times so far. And my goodness, it's just hanging in there. Don Marco, absolutely no. It's not the slingshot's fault. It's shooting tubes' fault. That's the problem. Thanks for the reply earlier. Could I ask you what type of pouch do you prefer to use? Yeah, personally, I like to shoot kangaroo leather pouches. I used to shoot exclusively warrior Mongol pouches, but I think Burke over at Warrior has called it, and he's no longer making pouches. I haven't seen any of his stuff posted on Etsy or on eBay, and I ended up chatting with Wes Mitchell, and I got some of his pouches. Let's see if I have one here kicking around somewhere. Yes, I do. These guys here, and they're really, really nice. I like shooting them. They hold their shape well. They don't stretch out. I've got probably around 400 shots through this guy so far. And it provides a nice warm feeling grip. Very comfortable. Lots of, I don't know. It just, it's nice. And I find that the more I shoot these things, let's see if you can see it a little bit in here. I can't get the glare on it properly to show you, but maybe there. Okay, you see how it's got the two darker spots right beside the hole? They actually kind of turn into a pit locating pouch after a bunch of use, which is when these pouches really do start to shine. They're quite nice. But this is what I shoot on a regular basis when I'm shooting 8mm steel. If I'm shooting 9.5mm steel, I much prefer to shoot a pit locating pouch. Reason being is if I grab one of these stupid clays here. Here we go. Okay, I got a clay. This is around 9.5mm steel. When I put it inside the pouch, because it's a pit locating pouch, and you can actually see the ball right there, it's very close to it. So you're holding on to about the size of the ammo. Very, very similar to the same size of the ammo. When I put this into a leather pouch, if I'm shooting in the leather pouch, and this pouch is 1mm thick, or maybe a millimeter and a half or a quarter, or something like that. Look how big that looks. Hold on a second. See if I can show you the difference here. Now, me being an 8mm steel shooter, see the difference? This guy's a 9.5. This guy's a 9.5. The pit locating pouch is a good 2.5mm smaller than the other one. See that? And that adds a really nice feel to larger ammo for me. So really, if it's a 9.5, it's almost like I'm shooting an 11.5 steel with a leather pouch when I'm still shooting a 9.5 with the pit locating pouch. Those wiffle balls last pretty good. I like the ammo goes in there too, like ATO showing. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. It adds a little bit of weight, and they bounce around a little bit less on the initial hit, but they swing a little bit longer, which is cool. Thanks for ordering some. Where can I get one? Where can you get what? I'm kind of lost. I'm a little bit far behind again. Which ones are you talking about, Tennessee? The pouches that you like? Are you talking about the Mongol pouches from Warrior? Yeah, Rue pouches don't mash up my face. I was searching for the Warrior pouches yesterday and I couldn't find anywhere. Yeah, I think they're done, man. I think they're done. I had a few different models. I have one of the blue Warrior Mongol pouches left, and it's a used one. It's in bad shape. I wish I would have bought a bunch of these in the past, loaded up with them because I love those pouches. You killing birds, old man? Amin, why do you think I'd be killing birds? Root pouches are awesome. I shoot them for everything. Yep, I like them. I just don't like them for larger ammo. Are the root pouches thin? You can get them in different thicknesses from Wes. He's got light, medium, heavy, and extra heavy. Got some root timber 26 pouches that were too thin for me. E6000 glue from Hornet Depot worked with the leather when glued both rough surfaces from 2 pouches together. Oh, interesting. Stayed very flexible, FYI. I've got a couple of his pouches. What did I do with them? Yeah, the Timber 26 pouches, I just find they feel kind of weird. Like it's, I don't know. I don't know. They feel weird. I don't know what tanning process you use on them, but they feel kind of strange. I haven't tried them yet, though. Dave Wicker, I'm new. Well, welcome aboard, buddy. You just landed on one of the best communities you can find. Do I like BSB bands? Yeah, BSB bands. BSB .45 is one of my favorite bands of all time. Yep, bald. Teach more, please. What do you want to know? Ask some questions and I'll see if I can help you out. Hi, just subbed. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate you. Fortnite nerd. Cool. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Wes is not making pouches anymore either? Oh, man. I'm going to have to start making my own. Cam, what's up? Nothing but the rent. Kangaroo pouches. What are you talking about? We're slingshot shooting people. Yep, that's what we do when we're not out working, doing our thing. We're out shooting, and this is the pouches that I shoot on my slingshot. These are made out of kangaroo leather. And a little fun fact about kangaroo leather, pound for pound, it is the strongest leather on the planet. I bought them from Wes Mitchell, but apparently he's not making them anymore. How do you remember there is no join button? Oh, that's a good question. Usually there should be a join button beside my name, but I don't know why it's not there. What happened to my face? Well, I was out shooting some. There we go. Okay, I was out shooting some slingshots, some tubes, and I was using a new pouch. And when I was releasing it, it was just skimming my face a little bit. And after about 200 or 300 shots, it wore a hole in my face. It's okay. I hear chicks dig scars, so it makes me that much sexier. No, I'm not bleeding. It's just a scratch. Bushcraft rebooted. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping in, man. Oh, okay, good. ATO, you were one of my favorites. Do you think you might ever come up with a slingshot design? You know, Track Attack, I've tried. I've tried. And really, my favorite designs of slingshots are usually like goblet style, for example, or chalice style, really. Chalice frames are pretty nice too. But if I'm going to shoot something that I really, really like or I wanted to do, like, where is it? That's the S90. That's not the one I'm looking for. I don't know where I put it. But let's just say, for example, we'll pull this guy up. My favorite designs are like Titan Hunter. Goblet style frame. I find they hold the best for me. If I was going to make one of these, the only thing that I would really change on anything to actually make it my own would be I would put in a couple of scallops here for the fingers. I would make it a little bit longer than this one, and I would slant the tips. Now, I've seen this over and over and over again in the slingshot world. Anybody who comes out with a frame that looks anything somewhat near what somebody else did, they should pay homage to that person. They should do this, they should do that. And you know what? I just don't feel like dealing with that shit. I really don't. I'm not bowing down to anybody because some dude 6 months ago came out with a design that's similar to the one that I wanted to do. I just don't care. I don't care. You know, I'm not getting involved in that whole garbage. I've seen it so many times. Like when I shot the Tim Henry Falcon, I did a video. I got like 10 different messages of people shitting on the fact that it's somebody else's design. I'm like, man, just pump the brakes a little bit, man. Nobody in the world owns any designs. If I go and I grab a tree fork off a tree and I shave this thing down, and all of a sudden, am I supposed to? And it looks like a sparrow. Am I supposed to pay Zach? Am I supposed to pay Zach royalty fees because I carved out his thing with my own knife, my own hand off of a tree on my own property? I mean, shit. I'm sorry, dude. I went on a rant a little bit, but it's just like, man, just let it go. Who cares? Who cares? But do I think I'll ever make a slingshot design? If I can come up with something that would be interesting enough, that I would really love shooting, and yeah, I might do it. I may talk with somebody about it and see if I can get something done. But I don't want to hear any crap from the community about that shit. It just drives me nuts. Oh, Wes is waiting on. Okay, that's good news. Wes is waiting on a laser cutter, and he'll be back in business. Hillbilly makes leather pouches. Oh, that's always good news. Yeah, I just scraped the face a little bit with a pouch. All the other problems are genetic, man. I'm sorry. Oh man. Teaser. How you doing? Dave Berger. Busy day today. I'll catch up later. ATO, keep up the great work. See y'all. Best community ever. Agreed, Dave. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. And all the best to you and your family on this special day. Hey, anytime, buddy. Anytime. I just swapped over Wasp microfiber pouch, and they seem to be holding well. Yeah, they're pretty nice, the microfiber pouches, and they're nice and light too, which also increases band speed. I got an interesting video actually on that if you want to check it out. Edwin, how you doing, buddy? ETO, how do you not have an Aries if that's your style? I haven't gotten an Aries yet. I'm working on it. I've got a few slingshots coming in. I ordered one um, from Omega Slings called the Vinix, I think it was called, from Harley Davidson. I wanted to get one of his frames in my collection. It looks beautiful and it's on the way. I also got a koala coming from Sniper Sling. That'll arrive at some point when it arrives, but there's only so much money I could spend on Slingshot, so I got to wait till some more YouTube money comes in. ATO, it's a pain in the butt, man. That's why I made the rooster so ugly nobody would copy it. I don't know. I wouldn't call that ugly, dude. I think it looks pretty cool. They're all copies of tree forks. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Hey, what's going on there, Mr. Northeast Slingshot? How you doing, buddy? These people, way too full of themselves. I don't know. Some people just take things so serious about this thing. I mean, really, what should be taken serious is the conversations that we're having. The community should be more important than personal gain. I've had people come and ask me, like, oh, you should be hanging out with bigger channels, and I'm not going to hang out with anybody that's not my friend. A lot of the people that are on here are people I chat with on a regular basis. And if I had 300,000 subscribers and one of my buddies started a channel with 50 subscribers, or a new guy that supported me that I didn't even know, I would still subscribe to their channel and I would still do a live with them. I don't care. I don't care. The whole purpose of this whole community should be elevating the community. And that's it. Everybody that's on here should get better by talking with other people that have more or less or better or different ideas than them. And that's it. That's it. It makes no sense. This hierarchy, this slingshot royalty shit. Eat a dick. Get out of here. Well, I gotta be careful. I'll get that yellow stain on my video if I keep talking like that. If you want to try and lay claim to designer or make it good, anybody else? Shades, what's going on, buddy? Some people in the knife community are the same way, but really, how many ways can you make a knife? Dude, Bushcraft Rebooted. When I started YouTube back in the day, I started off with a Bushcraft channel called Adventure Time Outdoors. I did a video one time on the Jeff White bush knife, and I find, my personal opinion, not to upset anybody in the community, but knives that have larger bellies and stick handles don't control very well. When you're cutting, doing feather sticking or anything like this, or any kind of hard work, the larger belly can make the handle twist inside your hand. I thought that the knife was a decent style knife, but it had a little bit of issues with the handle, and it had a little bit of issue with the fit and finish when it arrived. I had a couple of flat spots on my blade on a brand new knife. That should never happen. So I gave it a 7 on 10. Wow, did the knife people come after me? You would not believe. The whole Pathfinder Learning Center turned their back on me like I was a piece of crap, and things got ridiculous. I was doing a lot of foraging videos. So I've been picking mushrooms for about, I don't know, a long time now, 15, 20 years at least. There are safe mushrooms that people can pick that are easy to identify, that are choice mushrooms. I started putting out videos like this, and I was a piece of garbage. People are going to get sick. You're going to kill people. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. The list never went on. I went on and on. And basically what I did was, for chanterelles, I went through all the steps. You're going to looking for a yellow color. You're going to look for an irregular shaped top of the cap. It has ridges, not gills. The ridges should start off on the stem, work their way up. When you look at the ends, the ridges will go all the way down. They'll fork out at the tips. When you cut the bottom part of the stem open, it's bright yellow on the outside, but it's white on the inside. If you follow the steps, you're going to be fine. And really, mixing that up with a jack-o'-lantern, if you've cut the inside open and it's yellow inside, you don't eat it. If you cut the thing on the inside and it's white inside, then you eat it. It's very, very simple. But they came after me for that one too. And then when Dave popped up his first video of looking for mushrooms, all of a sudden it was okay. And I was just like, you know what? I'm so sick of this cult mentality of some of the bushcraft guys and some of the knife guys and some of this, some of that. I dusted off my channel and I didn't look back. But that's basically what happened. And things got ridiculous. That cult mentality, the shitting on people when they're trying to learn things and all that stuff, it just got too much and I was out. I'm excited to tell you I can hit a 25 millimeter target at 30 meters, 3 out of 10 shots. Holy shit, dude, that's amazing. Got to roll it, everyone. Have a great day with your families. You too, T-Rex. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Somebody patting Someone patented a Y shape. Yeah, it seems like it. Later, Rex. Take it easy, buddy. Crosscut Bolts Chaos. I don't have a DM, but we can sort it out, brother. I saw your fancy slingshot thingy with an eagle and a globe and an anchor. Yeah, that's cool. Top man. Keep on trolling. The toilet seat will keep dropping. Oh, Hoggy's out of control. Mark, you couldn't have said any better. People need to calm down and get back to just having fun and quit worrying about the monetary side of it. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh, that's it. You're out. Take it easy, buddy. Turtle, appreciate you, man. I'm 100%. It's about the quality of people, not the quantity. 100%, dude. 100%. I'd much rather surround myself with good people than a bunch of high-profile people that have their head shoved up their own ass. Not my bag. Here's a funny. Our pioneer ancestors used what we called a butcher's knife. And that's exactly what OC Hickory is, the hunter. Yeah, 100%. Now you talking my language. Andy, what's going on, buddy? Pouch kids, look here. I pick more interesting ones. Yeah, me too, but there's not that much cow shit around me, buddy. What happened to your face? A little bit of sling shooting. Got scuffed up by a pouch a little bit. Yeah, I have his PB, his personal best can cut. It was 4, eh? I think it was 4 shots. You got that can cut? Who doesn't like to laugh? We all got to like to laugh. I don't know, bro. How you doing? Do I play Fortnite or any video games? Nah, not really, man. It's not my thing. Iran is powerful. Good for Iran. Oh, see you later. Phallic VR, how you doing? Sling family is the best family, and you don't have to get an unsanitary lick in your face. I know. I wish that was right. I had a fight. Nope, I had a fight with tubes is what happened, and a pit locating slingshot pouch. What do you do for fun? Well, when I'm not hanging out with my buddies, my brothers from different mothers, and my sisters from other misters on YouTube, then I'm doing some sling shooting, or I'm backwoods backpacking, camping, fishing. I'm an outdoorsy guy, so when I'm outdoors, I'm either shooting, fishing, slinging, camping, or outdoor cooking. Yeah, the new target's pretty damn cool, bro. I'm telling you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. So I did a video on it, Leon, on all my targets that I shoot on a regular basis in the backyard. And basically what I've done is I went through a bunch of my favorite targets, or the targets that I shoot on a regular. I left out a couple of them, though. I had those little metal critters there that I shoot at. I left those out, but I did a lot of shooting with those. Did a couple of shots for each one. Did some close-ups, some slow-mo, and then I busted out the brand new one around the end. Did some shooting on that as well. Had some fun. I got to do a little bit of tweaking with it, though. I think there's some adjustments that needed to be made. I probably should have read the instructions when I put it together, but it was basically it was basically just set up a bunch of put a couple of screws in and set up the tower to the base. But anyway, you'll see it on Wednesday, and I'm planning on doing a premiere for it, so we could all watch it together and chat. You can make fun of my shitty shooting. Do I hunt with a slingshot? I tried to do it a couple times now, but it's not legal in the province I live in. But the province that's right beside me, it is legal. So last year, I went out and I bought all my permits in the neighboring province, which cost me a fortune. I had private land, or public land, sorry, that I was going to go hunt on that was going to be legal and everything was going to be good. I had a plan to go out there with my backpack and my camp and everything like that. And by the time I arrived there, the whole area was posted with private property. It was crown land at the beginning of the season. Not the hunting season, but when the season opened up for buying tags and getting everything ready. And by the time I got there, it became private property. And anyway, I couldn't go. So I basically spent $120 getting all my paperwork because I'm another province guy trying to hunt there, and it didn't work out. So this year, I'm going to try to get out and do my first hunting videos with a slingshot, and hopefully I'll be able to find some land that I could actually go on that's going to be legal. There was one other spot that I had found last year, but I had to cross private property to get there. And there's a big chunk of crown land, I guess you call it, or public land that's surrounded by private land. So when I was ringing doorbells asking if I could cross the property without trespassing illegally, I was told to piss off for the most part. The conversation didn't go very well. So it's still in the works. I just don't want to have to drive like 3-4 hours to get to property where I can hunt legally. Josh's. Got you on the bench while I'm working on a couple of frames. Weather too bad to get out and sling 6-out shooting, huh? Oh well, at least you're getting something done, dude. That's cool. DCSO cop. Hello, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Which one is my favorite slingshot bands? I don't really have one favorite. I do have a bunch of favorites though. Titan Hunter, Beagle version 1, custom. My S Enlivener from Sniper Sling, the Hiker from Bill Hayes, and I'm probably missing something in there, but I've got a few of them that I just can't put down there in my forever collection. Can I shoot with both? No, I can't shoot with both hands. In the UK, you can shoot a pheasant in the road. Yeah, we can't do that here. But it's actually illegal to hunt squirrels in my province too. 100%. Not allowed hunting squirrels at all. Those little furry bastards are all over the place, and we're not allowed to hunt them at all because they basically spread tree nuts and things. Hey, Chuck and Steel, how you doing, buddy? Well, we're not even allowed hunting squirrels here. Even if I had like a 22 or a pellet gun or anything like that, not allowed. I say Slingshot Tony, and these sticker back there. Any ATO ones? Yes, sir, there are. I'm actually working on one at the moment, but I had one planned out basically with my logo, and I said I was gonna write "I love you guys, you're freaking awesome" on it. But then I was like, you know what? That's cool, but you hear that in every video. I wanted to add something with a little bit of a sense of humor to it, so I'm still working on it. But yes, there will be some. And I think what I'm gonna do is definitely one of those stickers will be going out to all members of the channel when they come in, and then I don't know. I don't know what I'll do at that point after. We'll see. It would be awesome. I might do like a limited time run. So anyway, we'll see what I'm going to do with them. I wouldn't mind if I get like a batch of 100 or something like that. I'll try to make them like collector's items or something. I'll get a batch of 100. Try to find a way to get 50 go out with 50 50 of them to go out, and the other ones, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know. I'm still spitballing the sticker thing. We'll see what comes up with it. But I might make a couple of them and a couple of different models and make them like one batch runs and make them like collector's items or something. We'll see. Squirrel tastes good. I believe in PETA. People eating tasty animals. You're killing me too, dude. That's awesome. Where is Mikey Paul Chuckin? I haven't seen him around. Yeah, Mikey's been hiding a little bit lately. You know, I kind of understand why they don't want slingshots to be, you know, not to hunt with slingshots here. Unfortunately, their reasoning that they use is the same reason that you could apply to any kind of animal that you want to hunt. For example, if you're worrying about unethical kills, well, if you're shooting really good, if you've got put in the practice, you put in the hours, and you're bang on with your accuracy, then it shouldn't be an issue. If you're hunting with a bow and you don't take the time to practice and you just go out and you stab animals full of holes, and it's the same issue. If you have a rifle and you never take it out on the range and you're not sufficient with your weapon, it's the same thing. Now, I've got no issue. Chuck and Steele, you didn't have to do that, man. Thanks, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for everything you guys do, actually. Every single one of you. Thanks for all of you. How can I get a good slingshot? The Green Gang. If you're looking for a good slingshot, I would head over to omegaslings.usa. Check them out. They've got all kinds of stuff in there for anything good for starters, all the way up to the absolute pro. I would check over there. And by the way, their elastic is the bomb. Check them out. Hey, JB, if you're around, can you please post? Oh, here we go. Chad just posted it right here. omegaslingsusa.com. Check them out. How can I get a good slingshot? Well, you can get a good slingshot by, just mentioned before. Thank Odin for Sweden's. I don't know what that means, free will, but thank Odin, buddy. Oh, Track Attack. Dude, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much. Appreciate you, buddy. What's going on here? Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. Your first super too, eh? Thanks, buddy. Circus baby, how you doing? Heyo. I've taken my fair share of rabbits. Only had one mishap. The wind messed up a shot, and I was like, it was just an unlucky day. But it happens sometimes, but most of the time, no issues. Yeah, you see, this is exactly my point. You are an accomplished shooter, and you should have no problems doing that. I think what they're worried about is there are some people that are going to go try and shoot a deer or something dumb like that, or whatever, because they're really readily available, and it's kind of hard to regulate and all that stuff. But the what was I saying there? Hold on, sorry. I saw something shiny. Yeah, but really, all holy smokes going on, guys. You're killing me here. You're killing me. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate you, buddy. But this is basically the deal, is an unethical shot can happen with any weapon of choice. And it's not always an unethical shot. Sometimes it's just a miss. So or a movement or something spooked it or whatever. I mean, anybody knows for people that hunt with bows or guns, sometimes they hear the noise and they do that jump. And you're aiming in the vitals, but all of a sudden you missed because it is what it is, right? That's why we put silencers on bows and all those things happen, and that's that. So, but that is the issue. So this is why way back down to the thing. I mean, would I feel comfortable hunting with a slingshot? I absolutely would. I would not have an issue at all. Thinking about my accuracy, I think I've put in the time, and I'm more than efficient enough to be able to take a rabbit and bird with a slingshot. Now that said, I wouldn't probably go for anything larger than that because it's just going to cause damage on a critter that's undue and possibly wound things and whatever it is. But it's like matching your ammo to your bands. You got to also match your weapon to the game you're looking for, and that's that. That's all I got to say about rebel hunting, I guess. Doug, the best buy in my opinion is from PNG on Amazon. That's what I was doing too. Tamia, do I allow what? What about unsanitary snakes in the grass? I just pick those little critters up, give them a kiss on their cute little noses, and send them packing. Thank you for everything you do the community, for this community that we love. Man, I'm not doing anything special compared to what anybody else is doing, really. I don't think, anyway. I just try to get everybody going. I'm trying to pass on the knowledge that I learned, which is, I think, something that everyone tries to do, and that's it. I mean, I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody that I shoot with in my area. I don't know anybody at all within maybe a 10 to 12 hour drive that I can go and hang out with and shoot. So I'm on my own, and this is actually pretty cool because I can hang out with all you guys. It makes the world much, much smaller. And I got to tell you, the couple of lives that I've done, the one I did chatting with JB, the shooting with Rex and Rob, I had a great time. I had so much fun shooting those lives, and I'm hoping to get a couple of more done and out and get people shooting live with me on a couple more vids. And it doesn't have to be on my channel; it could be on anybody else's too. So I'm hoping we can find time at some point and get her done. I ain't kissing no snake in the grass, unsanitary snake in the grass. Or anywhere else, yeah. Why not, eh? Hoggy, when I was a kid, and when I say kid, I mean up until I turned 40. I used to go herping all the time. I used to take my son or a couple of my buddies. We'd go out, and it was we basically go out and do some looking for snakes and frogs and salamanders and all that stuff. And back when I was a scout leader, we went out in the woods on a camp, and we brought a whole bunch of kids, and we were catching frogs and garter snakes and all this stuff and salamanders. And I was showing them the different animals and the different varieties of salamanders we have in our area. And we had so much fun, man. It was probably one of the best things I've done. If it wasn't for the politics within the group, I would have stayed there forever, I think. Yeah, for sure, Rob, we should do it on your channel. I love the accent. A lot of people tell me I have an accent. To me, I sound like like every other English guy here in Quebec, pretty much. But I do understand that there are some things that I throw out from time to time, and I think that's from being around the French guys. Sometimes I say dat instead of that, and some of the words that I speak in English that are actually like Fringlish, like the hat that I wear is a toque. It's not a winter cap or a beanie. When I'm changing the channels on my TV, we use the word manette, which is basically a remote control. There's lots of things that we do, but I don't really notice having myself an accent, but I guess I hear myself talk all the time. Actually, I just never shut up. So yeah, puts me in mind of Trailer Park Boys. Snake and Lightning will be leaving, and I'll be leaving from anywhere. Really? I'm eating spicy noodles right now. Ooh, I like spicy noodles. Herpetology is not for me. I have a snake. I used to have two of them. I used to have two corn snakes, and my the guy that I make the hot sauce with had an Irian Jaya carpet python, which was a beauty. And my buddy Jesse, actually, he just released another video. He went live yesterday, not live, but they did a premiere yesterday. And a lot of times when I go camping up on that big property up north there, we've set up trail cameras and all that stuff. And he got really into the trail camera. He's putting together amazing videos. And anyway, he does all these videos with trail cameras. I gave him some of my trail cameras actually, so he has more eyes on the property. But he started putting together these like nature's type videos and spotlight videos on different animals. Man, he's doing a great job. He got a drone too. It's just fantastic. I certainly do sound English nearly. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm an English person. I do speak a little bit of French, but yeah, that's that. I used to have a green tree snake, and I also have an emperor scorpion. Yeah, they're cool. I've heard those green tree snakes are pretty nasty though. They're kind of ornery. Or we call them sock hats. Oh, I prefer dogs and ferrets. I don't think I'd ever own a spider, snake, or reptile. Oh, I guess it's to each their own. I guess. I had posted a couple of pictures of a gecko that we were babysitting while friends of ours went to PEI for the holidays, and I gotta tell you, man, it was a cute little critter, very friendly. I would definitely get one of those. I had an iguana when I was a kid, green iguana, and it was really nice to me, but it tried to kill anything else that was around me. Hey, Smo, what's going on, Jordan? He's in the house. I have a pet rattlesnake. Get out of here. Really? That's cool. Actually, a buddy of mine went up into New York State. It's the closest spot to us where we can actually see rattlesnakes in the wild. It took him a while to find one, but he actually found I think it was a timber rattler they have up there. And they're very rare to find, but he found one in New York State. Smo's in the house. Back in the box, it's raining. Auckland, Ontario. Oh, very cool. You actually got notifications for this one. Well, you know what the good thing is, Smo? Is you'll never need a notification for this one because every Sunday at 7:30 in the morning, ATO's here with his coffee. And an awesome group of people. Been searching Echo for tickles. Please for my vid. Not gonna happen. Or you get what it's like when happening. Or you get what it's like when happening over here when the minority. Well, hey, what happened there? I've been trying to kill swans and go for the risen. Yeah, that is a sad thing about the whole deal. A lot of people were, they jump on the bandwagon and they make things get people upset and all that stuff over something that's happened with one person. I mean, you can't. It's kind of hard to punish a whole group of people for something that one person has done. You know, it's kind of crappy. Timber rebels are hopping a native in Tennessee. I also knew somebody who had a rabbit who basically is a house dog. Yeah, me too. They just hopped around and pissed and shit everywhere. Selwyn, how you doing, buddy? I'm posting shooting a bulletproof vest at 20 meters. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happens. Happy Easter. He is risen. Yes, sir. Happy Easter. It's East Europe over here that eat swans. I have to recover feet and wings from lakes. Ah, really? Yeah, someone's cool, man. Good morning to all. Lone Slinger, how you doing? Yeah, it's kind of frustrating when you see things like that happen, and you have to come out and defend the community. You shouldn't have to do that. Really, it's just. I was concerned that once people start seeing things like this, they start posting videos pretending it's in their area and all kinds of stuff. And I've had a few people uh, walk by my yard a couple of times, and they stop and look at me like I'm a wacko or something. And I'm just out there shooting, minding my own business, not getting in any trouble. But all it takes is one douchebag to walk by and say, "Hey, that guy's shooting slingshots, and I'm pretty sure he was shooting at birds." And I had one of my neighbors say that to me one time too. And anyway, that's that. Do I mean you? Do I mean you about what, Shades? Oh, if you were talking about people going out and doing those things like that videos that they were posting on the BBC. No, no, I don't mean you. Not at all. If that's what you were talking about. What's your name? ATO Mark. My name is Mark. How's it going, Jesse? As for the trolls, guys, let's just do anything derogatory, anything spamming like over and over and over and over and over again. We'll take care of those people, but for the most part, let people say their piece. I don't mind a little bit of back and forth and a little bit of silliness in the chat. But if anybody's going to get the rude racism, anything like that, gone. Okay. Some people hate the sport. We just do like the negative comments people post on. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? Nobody really remembers the good things that you've done. Nobody sees this end of it, right? They're not going to go and report on the fact that we got a bunch of people in here supporting each other. Many of us have become friends on a personal level. All this kind of thing is important, and I think when the people are coming together, which is a lot of the things that we see nowadays is with what they're trying to break apart. Now they know that the slingshot community has a strong following. They have a strong support system between people and friends, and I think that's part of the issue. Is they're trying to break these things apart because when people are together, they're strong. When people are separate and fighting amongst each other, they're weak, and that's the deal. Sounds kind of silly, but that's just my view on it. And you see this more and more and more. I mean, up here in Canada, you got churches burning to the ground, and that's terrible. They've got the friends fighting back and forth between religions and all this stuff, and that's it. Like in just to give you an idea, during the illness that passed by, I got to watch what I say. But when this happened, I can't remember where it was. I think it was in Edmonton, or it might have been in Manitoba, one of the Manitoba places. Anyway, there was a church that wasn't allowed to congregate. They wouldn't allow people to go to their place of worship because of the illness that was going around. but yet they allowed the I think it was the Edmonton Oilers. I think it was Edmonton. They allowed Edmonton Oilers to go and practice and have people watch, but you couldn't go to church. And these people tried to do a class action suit against the government, and the government wouldn't even hear their appeal. They're like, nope, you broke the rules. That's it. You're out. No church. When I say no church, I mean no church. And they didn't let people go to church. And then they tried to appeal it, and they wouldn't even hear the appeal. You can go watch a sports team play hockey or practice, but you can't go to church. And then the court won't hear anything about it. It's kind of messed up. But that's because a lot of the people who go to church have a good support system and a good community, and they hold together and they stay together. And this is part of the issue. As a Mark with a K, how do you feel about Mark with a C? Is there any bitterness? Jordan? Those are fighting words, buddy. I'm a K guy. 100% K. You wouldn't believe how many times they messed that up on me too, you know that? What's my channel about, brother? Well, my channel, you're new here, what's my channel about? Well, we do a lot of slingshot shooting stuff. On my channel particularly, I try to bring a lot of technique and theory to the sport, along with some fun shots, 10-shot Tuesdays. I do have some outdoor videos and stuff also. I do a lot of camping, overnighters, outdoor cooking, that kind of thing, but it's very slingshot heavy. This is what we do here. Do a lot of slingshot shooting, talking about all things slingshot, technique, shooting, chatting, and then every Sunday I do this, and we got a bunch of people that show up and chat with me, and we shoot the shit about all kinds of things. Dan the Caddy Man, CG my brother. Give Hoggy a wrench. Hoggy's got a wrench, man. He's out of control. You got Dan in here too? I didn't see him. Oh, Dan the Caddy Man. There he is. Yes, he is here. I saw him. There's another Dan I was thinking of. Hey, how are you, Cross? Come with me or you are doomed. Where are we going, Shades? Liquor stores and strip clubs were open while the churches were closed. I know. It's just crazy, man. Jesse, hi, how are you? Dan, hope you are well. I've been shooting mini eggs. I've been glancing blows, but no direct hits. Yeah. Looking forward to Sunday mornings with you all week. You know, I really enjoy these Sunday morning chats. We get out here and the time flies. Like, I can't even believe we're already an hour and 48 minutes in. And it feels like I've only been here for about 10 minutes. Nice, man. Sounds pretty cool. You got a new subscriber. Hey, thanks, Chase. I appreciate you, man. You got a channel over there too, buddy? If you do, I'd appreciate it if you would post your channel link in the chat here. And if you're into outdoors and doing that kind of thing, it might be pretty cool for everyone else to check out Chase's channel. How many Prime 4 Beagles do I have? I think I have 2. I think I got the version 1. No, I've got 3. I've got the first version 1 aluminum frame complete. Then I've got my version 1 custom, that black one with the yellow liners that you guys have seen. One of my favorites of all time, by the way. And I got a version 2 also, which is an aluminum body with a G10 front. Hey, Mark, I hate that. You know what? Everyone's been asking me that. It is Slingshot related. It's actually tube related, and it's all Hoggy's fault, by the way. He got me to do a Slingshot tube video. I did some tube shooting, and I destroyed my face. and I've got to live with this shame for the rest of my life. There'll be no more going out. I got to stay inside until this is healed, and that's it pretty much. But basically, this is the mixture of shooting tubes, pit locating pouches, and being a plus size model. So when I anchor my shot, let's see if I can get a look at this here for you. When I anchor my shot, I had to come in a little bit closer on my face. So keeping my anchor height was the same, but I ended up coming in a little bit closer on my face. And when I let go, the pouch was just slipping by, just basically touching it. And the pouch was brand new when I put it on and very firm. And it basically planed off a couple of layers of skin is basically what happened. Do I prefer clips or wrap and tuck? I am a clip guy, but that's it. Yeah. ATO is technically the slingshot technician. I appreciate you, Shades. I'm going to be shooting some mini eggs later on today. I shot my egg yesterday. It was just an egg though, with an ATO written on it and a smiley face. But it was fun. I got to headbutt my camera. It was a good time. That's Chase Outdoors channel. I'm sure we'll be doing it live. What's your name? And say your full name if you believe in God. Jesse, my name is Mark, and that's all you need to know. I do, but not much at all, man. I'm just trying to get better filming equipment and make better videos. You know, all I use is my Samsung S22 Plus. That's what I use. The one that we're talking on right now is the camera I do with all my videos, and I've got one of these little microphones, and that's it. The sound works out pretty good, pretty decent anyway, and the video quality is actually not bad. So you can get pretty far by just shooting with your video camera on your cell phone. Good channel. Father, forgive me for getting ATO shot in the cheek. Remember the pygmies in New Guinea. 100%. Can't forget the pygmies. Hey, happy Easter, buddy. Idiot VR. Catch you next time, bud. Make sure you don't get your wound infected. I should be okay this time. I hope. Hi. The two. Do you like the Vortex? Make sure I'm getting the right one. The one from Sniper Sling? Yeah, it's a decent frame. It's a bit different from what I'm used to. I'm not really a pinch guy, but it's a pretty good frame. My name is Mark. Voice. So I stick them on a stick and hang them with sticky tack. Nice. My name is Mark. What happened to your cheek? A little bit of sling shooting, and kind of scuffed that up with my pouch. Was catapults or latent catapults, if you had to pick one? That's tough. That's tough. One of my favorites. One of my favorites slingshots is the Enzo, and the Spitfire is also great. I'm not answering that question, Danny Caddyman. I really don't know. Earlier, I was talking about clay ammo. What would you suggest to be a good band thickness and taper for shooting clay ammo? Shooting the clays, I've done a couple of things shooting clays. I found it was very easy to overpower them, and you get a lot of wicked flyers. So what I've done is I went down to 0.4 bands. I used 0.4 sniper sling, and I tried that out. I had a hard time though adjusting the active band length to try to get the right zip without having too much drop. I tend to like to stick to a 22 to 12 taper. Although I think I ended up trying an 18 to 12, and I used 0.4. But yesterday, when I was shooting that video that you'll be seeing on Wednesday, I was shooting 0.5 bands TTF with 8mm steel and clays. And what was the active on this? I don't remember 100% here. Just like get a quick idea. Yeah, my active band length on this guy is 12.5, and I got quite a bit more stretch on there. So I really didn't put a bunch of pressure or anything on the bands. So it shot 8mm steel decent enough, but not nearly as fast as it could. But it shot the clays pretty good with plenty of zip. So basically, I guess to make a long story short, if I'm shooting 0.5 bands in clays, I lost it there for a second. I don't shorten the bands too much. I don't tune them up too much. I just leave them pretty long. And if I'm going to be shooting 8mm, and if I'm shooting 0.4 bands, I shorten them up a little bit. But that's what I was doing. I would use 0.4, 0.45, or 5. All my videos on there are now from my iPhone 8, but now I have a 14 Pro Max, so it should be good. This type of videos I want to make are time consuming. Been getting more into photography more. Yeah, that's part of the issue with a lot of those outdoor type videos. When I used to go out and shoot all my bushcraft stuff, I was out there. It was like a whole day affair, and then not including the editing and everything like that. It could take me about one day to film, get the proper angles, get the story planned out properly, and then it would take me, man, it was a lot of work. And then you got to build a fire, you got to burn it down to get coals, get your meal going. It became a little bit tough, but it is a lot of work to do those kind of videos. Name is Mark Attack. I'm an Enzo man, but the same. I couldn't pick one, Mark. It was a tough question. Oh, it was. And I want to get one of those. I want to get one of those Skeletons. Those are pretty damn cool looking frames. Is it Mark? Called Mark or Mark? It's a whole bunch of Marks. I got a core from Layton Caddies. It's my best shooter from Layton's. While camping, did you have a Bigfoot or a paranormal experience? No, but I will say this. on one of my outdoor videos, and probably the only time I've been nervous in my whole life in the bush. Now, I've camped in Northern Ontario 4 days, 53-kilometer canoe camping trips. I've done a bunch of things like this. And the one time we were camping was on my friend's property. 2 of us were out in the woods. I decided to cook a kick-ass meal. So we had I have this thing called a coffee spit. I don't know if I've ever showed it to you guys on this channel, but it's basically like this little rod. It's about a foot long with two little spikes coming off it with a square end on one side, and it clicks into these 2 poles that you stick into the ground, and you could put food on it and you could rotate it like a rotisserie and cook it. So I had 2 pieces of filet mignon aged 45 days on that thing. We had potatoes inside of the fire, wrapped up in tinfoil. I took jalapenos, split them in half, stuffed them with cream cheese and Italian sausage, then wrapped them in bacon and cooked them back on the barbecue. I have this thing called the Bitty Big Q. It's like a collapsible. Grill, I guess. And we were cooking all this thing on there, and we just started eating. And just to give you, I followed protocol. We were camping about 50 feet, 56, no, more than that. They're about 30 meters away from where we were cooking. And anyway, I was in there cooking, and we just finished eating. We have all our dishes and everything sitting aside, and I had a plate set up, and everything was good. And I basically took that. I took all the food. We got the bear bag hung up, and we were just sitting by the fire chatting. And all of a sudden, we hear a step and a stick break. I'm like, "The hell is that?" Turn around, and look. I don't see anything. I'm like, "Did you hear that?" He's like, "I don't know. I heard something, but I don't know what it was." And dudes, I know I've said this story before, but us guys, we like to pee off of high things. It's normal. If we go into the woods and we're walking around, we have to take a leak. We're gonna go stand on a rock and pee down so we can make a pee noise. It is what it is. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I heard an animal pissing from a really high height, close enough to where we could hear it quite loudly, and it was like right around here somewhere. Now, for those of you who have a lot of dirt time, hey, take it easy, Dan. Did I miss somebody here? Take care and have an amazing Easter too, buddy. So while we're sitting there looking around, you know, if you're in the woods and you're camping or whatever it is, you're going to hear things like deer walking through the woods or moose walking through the woods. You're not going to hear predators. They're quiet. They're real quiet. It's very rare that you're going to hear a fox or a wolf or a coyote or anything walking through the woods unless they're running, or bears. And I know that there was a lot of bears in this area. And sure enough, we hear something pee from a pretty high height. Within earshot, pretty close, loud enough to where it's close. But it's pitch black everywhere around that little halo of light growing from that fire. So the first thing I did was I grabbed a couple of logs, chucked them into the fire, grabbed my torch, and went shooting across the side. And when the light came around, I guess it was close to the animal. We never saw it, whatever it was. But the light came whipping around, and that thing took off through the woods like a bat out of hell. And after that, that was the only time that I've ever been creeped out or weirded out in the woods. I mean, I've been surrounded by howling coyotes before, not a problem. I've had owls landing right on my ridge line of my tarp and shitting on my tarp while going, going ballistic. Not a problem. We've seen bears on the trail. Not a problem. That was the only time, because I never heard it come in. I never heard it. I just heard it pee, and I heard it run away. And I had no idea what the animal was. So we still had to spend the night out that night, and my spidey senses were tingling a little bit. It was a hard time getting to sleep after. Got me one of those Aries coming my way. Yeah, I can't wait to try one of those. I got to get one eventually. Let's get the red black. Oh. Raining, so the bunker to shoot. Oh no. What do I reckon the pissing animal was? I don't know. It was something big. It could have been a moose, but usually, like moose, when they're walking around, you hear sticks breaking, leaves rustling, moving around, that kind of thing. We heard nothing come in, and it was close. It was real close. We had nothing come in at all. And that was it. But it could have been a bear. Could have been a coyote, maybe. It had walked up onto a rock or something close by and it was peeing off the side of a rock, because it sounded like it was coming from a high distance. There's nowhere we are seeing classes any Evo or HGH. Arrow screws is what I've been shooting and love it. Hey Shane, is it just the core that you're shooting, or do you have a? Did you have like a? Did you finish it up with some G10 or some wood or something? Been stuck by bear before 8 miles in the woods. No fun at all. They are quiet as a cat, 100%. And you know what's funny, Chase? If you actually get close enough to one, you can usually smell them before you can hear them, which is crazy because they stink. especially if they're coming from downwind, which usually they don't, but they're quiet. It was a chupacabra in the woods trying to scare you. Oh, maybe. Skinwalker, my boy. Yeah. You're from Canada? Yeah, I'm from Canada. We've actually got in that area where I go up to in my buddy's property. There's a crap ton of bears out there. He posts on a regular basis, probably twice a month, I guess, of all the critters that he's finding out there. He just did a species one, like I guess not long ago, of the fisher, and he got some really good footage of the fisher, and he's going to be doing some more of these coming up in the future. But um, the spot that where he goes is just a beautiful, beautiful area, just fantastic. And there's all kinds of animals up there. He's got the mink, fishers. We've been tracking a bobcat there for quite a while, but I swear to God, these things have spidey senses. As soon as they see a camera, they dip, and the camera never gets them on the thing. And we can actually see the cat tracks walking like this. They stop, turn around, go around the backside of the camera, and then keep going back on the trail. So they see it. I think they're much smarter than people give them credit for. I smell them all the time like like a nasty wet dog. They're really bad, man. They smell bad. What are the gun laws up there? Well, they just recently passed a law where if you have handguns, you can't sell them or anything like that. So basically, when your time is done, they have to be destroyed. So it's kind of cheesy like that, but you're allowed. I think there's a certain amount of shots you're allowed. I think it's only 3 that they allow you to put in a gun now. So even with a shotgun or a rifle or whatever it is, but for the most part, all hunting rifles are a go. If you already have handguns, they're a go until you pass on or decide to get out of the sport. Then they're gone. They have to be destroyed, or they have some buyback program where you can sell your guns back to the government, which is kind of a mess. But that's pretty much it. How's that construction going on the bridge near me? Well, it's going. They got 2 lanes open on one side, 1 lane on the other one. Not so much. So that's pretty much it. It's going. It's going to be another 2 years of traffic and stupidity before it's done. But at least they fixed some things up, so it's not so bad. What's wrong with my face? You're gonna have to ask my parents. It's genetics, buddy. Nothing I can do with it, Mozzie. You probably smell human in the camera too. Yeah, maybe, but you know what? A lot of times we used to do that in the beginning, where we just put them up with our hands, and I think they could smell the human. And we had a couple of times where a bear came over, knocked my camera off, and actually you see it biting the camera and crunching it, and then you see him pull back after, and his face is like, "Whoa, that thing was just in his mouth," and it filmed the whole thing. It was really cool. And yeah, so that's basically it. But we started wearing rubber gloves to put them on, and sometimes we wipe them down with like a pine needle, pine brush, or what do you call them, spruce, or anything like this to try to mask the smell that may be on it or not. But that's it. What happened? I just scuffed it up, shooting my slingshot a little bit. No big deal. Yeah, I'm fine. I'll live. Yeah, yeah, it's something special, Chase. I'm telling you, man. Up here, things are going batshit. But actually, it's not just up here. It's all North America has gone batshit. But anyway, uh, could I have a shout out? Sure, you can. The Goat 777. I'm him. Now, I hope you'll hit that thumbs up for me. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, Yeah, it's very difficult actually. These critters, when you go to like a national park where they're used to humans, the animals are not afraid of you. But when you go out into crown land or public like real public land deep in there somewhere, you're lucky if you see a squirrel. Like they're like, what the hell is that? And they're out of there, man. Like they don't stick around very often. You really have to take your time and be very very quiet to see any animals at all. It's kind of funny because when a couple of times when I took my son used to go car camping, we go to these things and the raccoons would walk right up into your camp, try to steal the food off your table while you're sitting at it, you know. But I told myself we're gonna go wild camping. It's gonna be cool. You're gonna like it. And it took him a while to want to go. And once I got him out into the into public, into the private land or non-public land, crown land, we'll call it, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but deep into the woods, wild camping. Holy smokes! All of a sudden, things changed. We're going around. You don't see any animals at all. Next to nothing. If you do, it's like from a very very far distance, and they're aware of you right away. It's a different thing when you go out to real wild places and not public parks or you know what do they call them, provincial parks or these kind of things. Different story. Jelly, happy Easter, heyo. How about some ATO apparel? I'm in. You know, I might dabble a little bit of that. I think maybe I'll start with some T-shirts or something. I don't know. I got to find a way that I can make it cost effective or worth it, and I got to see the quality and the sizes. There's a lot to it that can be a bit of a disaster. Going camping and trout fishing in a couple of days. Sweet deal, dude. I actually got an overnighter. It's kind of in the talks at the moment. We're going up to that property again. Same thing. Going to be hanging up in my hammock, and I am an affiliate with One Win Outdoors. So I got a couple of videos of shooting out of the snow is on the way out. I've done a video for the hammock already. I did a pretty good overview of the hammock, so you can get an idea of what you're getting into. But I got one of the best tarps I've ever seen in my life for hammock camping from them, and also got an under blanket and an over blanket that I want to show off on that thing too. It's pretty cool. Coin worker, how you doing, buddy? Wow, camping's so much better than a camping. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Being out in the woods when there's nobody around. I got a story to tell you actually. So sure enough, we're in Algonquin Park, Northern Ontario, and we're camping. Now, it was just right when things started to open up around the end of the pandemic, and I was kind of like, you know what, this is awesome. Finally, I'm out being a normal person. I'm with three of my good buds, and we went up in two pairs. We got to our launch site, paddled out about 2 or 3 kilometers on the first day. Found a really great campsite right off the edge. We got up to the bottom, and there was a spot where turtles had hatched, so they had a bunch of eggs everywhere. There was a couple of ground nesting birds that had laid their eggs right near the trail, so we could see them sitting there. You know, it was just a really really great spot. We had plenty of firewood because it was still it was just July, and I don't think that many people had gone yet, just before Canada Day. And sure enough, on day two or I think some midday day two, I see this woman. And one thing that made me mad, I have to say, is that every single campsite that we stopped in, we found those stupid blue masks on the ground, and people were out. People that are supposed to be stewards of the outdoors are dropping their freaking face masks all over the fucking place, and I was getting pretty angry. You know, every time I go to a campsite, regardless if it's at a wherever it is, I always walk out with more garbage than I bring in. I always pick that crap up. I don't want to leave the woods looking like shit. So, sure enough, I get to the campsite. We just pull into this place called the Natch, beautiful spot, and I see this woman go by herself on a kayak, wearing a blue mask. And I'd spent the whole day on a canoe, and the only people I saw were the 4 people in my party, and that's it. There was no one else except for her, by herself on her kayak, paddling through the great outdoors, wearing a mask, solo. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. But anyway, getting on out to the woods. in the wild, in actual wild camping, is by far the way to go. And it's funny because the first time that you're going to go out there, there's that whole thing of the unknown, and you're uncomfortable, and you don't really know what's going on, and you get kind of nerve wracking. But really, following a good, clean camping style. When I say that, by meaning keeping all the things that have scent away from your camp, just being a little bit knowledgeable around your area, looking for any kind of scratching posts that you may see from bears, scratching their claws on trees, or any bear shit or tracks. But just walk around, look for areas, stay away from any areas that have big holes in the ground or in the walls, anything like this. Have a good look around. Keep your eyes peeled for widow makers, because by far that's the most dangerous thing that's out there. The animals aren't bad. You don't have to worry too much about those, as long as you keep all things with scent away from your camp when you're sleeping. Not a problem. And you'll have a great time. It's a great time. It's peaceful. You're alone. It's just great. The one thing I do like, though, is always that time. It's probably my favorite time during the night. It's just as the sun starts going down, there's this period where all of a sudden the woods come alive for like a half hour, and you hear things scurrying around all over the place, and that's all the little mice and stuff that are running through the woods, and they're the noisiest little things that you can find. But just as the sun goes down, all of a sudden it gets dark, and then you hear they just go batshit crazy for a little while, and then it just silent again. That's probably my favorite time of every single night. That would have spooked the hell out of me. You know what, dude? It did, and I've got a fair bit of dirt time under my belt too. Mark, is that a butterfly kiss? No, this is actually a short draw kiss. It's the this is what happens when I shoot true tubes and be a plus size model at the same time. I just had a new pit locating pouch that was on my band set, and it was just scraping my face when I was releasing it a little bit. Stop out for Tommy. Can I be your girlfriend? Married man. Sorry. Maybe a pouch of some sort of slingshot. Yeah, I think that'll probably be the first thing that I ever do, is going to be like an ATO pouch. I'll get a die and do a couple of limited sets out there and get them out, see if anybody was interested. Coin, that was my fault according to ATO. I'm just busting your balls there a little bit, Hoggy. That's not your fault. It's just me. Short draw pouch rubbing, 100%. Hoggy Lone Chad Bushcraft. Face diapers. Coin has been confirmed. ATO has a butterfly kiss. Good old tubes. Yeah, but it wasn't from the butterfly. It was short draw, dude. I picked rubbish when I'm out and people look at you. Like you are another. Yeah, I know. It happens all the time, but it's no big deal. Oh, yeah, the solo car drivers too. I still see them today. There's still a few of them out there driving their cars by themselves with a mask on. First custom jackalope. Ooh, I hope you post some pictures of that, Smo. I'd like to see that. It was a new pouch. Yep. What's your NHL hockey team? Boston Bruins, huh? Well, I'm a Montreal Canadiens guy. I can't be one of those traitors. Can't do it. Actually, the tube shot really, really well for me, Smo. I was actually blown away. I kicked some serious ass with those tubes. Just those brand new GZK pit locating pouches, the one that I hadn't used before. The edge of it's like a little razor, just kept on planing pieces of skin off. The mark of a dedicated slinger. Absolutely. It's a badge of honor. The Blackhawks. I love any one of those. Really, when it comes down to hockey teams, if it's one of the original 6, I'm in. Smo was hit with his jaw clench. It's all that smolder while he's trying to shoot. That's what it is. Do a little time check here. All right, we got about 15 minutes left here. Chat. No means no. What happened to your face? Genetics, man. Nothing can be done about it. Wow, I didn't think that little scratch was going to get so much attention today. It's just a little pouch scuff from shooting. That's all. So does anybody have anything fancy going on for dinner tonight? We got a bunch of family coming over tonight. We're gonna cook a turkey and do that whole deal. So I only got a little bit more time left before I got to wrap it up. I was shooting low and right, couldn't figure out. Changed my bands, back on point. Is that a normal thing for anyone else? That's happened to me before too. Actually, Coin, I was shooting the the bone pouches from HDH. I used to use those all the time, but then I got one that had a different a band attachment hole. It seemed that it went from like a circle to a slot, like a punched hole to a slot. And when I switched to those and I was shooting with them, they were always hooking to the left, every single one. Couldn't figure it out, and I spent like a better part of a day trying to figure out what the hell I was doing wrong. So finally, I'm like, man, I can't figure this out. No matter what I do, it's always hooking to the left. So I swapped out the bands, put another band set on, problem solved. I'm like, nah, can't be. Put the bands back on, started shooting to the left again. So I chopped the bands off, made another band set with the same pouch, went out and shot, same problem. Put one of the old ones back on with the punched holes in them, shot it, right on target. So I don't know. For me, what I got down to was it was something to do with that pouch. And then I bought a pack of 5. So I switched to another pouch just to see if that was the problem. I still had the problem, so I tossed them all out. Smo Show. That's my favorite helicopter too, brother. Fist bumps. I'm looking for different pouches to try. What should I get? Well, there's lots of them out there. There's so many pouches out there. Really, there's so many things that you can use. But really, I would just suggest to try to match it to your ammo that you use, and that would be the best thing. But for me personally, I think it really comes down to is what materials you like. There are certain microfiber pouches that I like. There are some that I don't, depending on the materials. Actually, one of the best microfiber pouches I ever shot was one from Celtic Caddies. I loved that thing. It was great. But for the most part, I'm a leather guy, and I prefer leather pouches. And the 2 favorite pouches that I've ever had are the the Warrior Mongol pouches were my favorite for the longest time. They're no longer available, so now I have to. I was getting the ones from West Mitchell, which are a very, very, very close second to them. And actually, one of the best pouches I've ever had was one that was made of the goat leather, and I got that from Gasper Akron. For those of you guys who don't know Gasper, he's a top shooter down in Spain. He sent me some of his pouches, and he makes them for himself for when he shoots these tournaments. And he sent me one that was a cowhide, which was pretty nice, but the goat leather was out of this world. Great stuff. Gotta get, man, it's my birthday. Today's 32 years old. Hey, congratulations, dude. I got an Easter celebration with the family. It's nice to have met you, brother. I'll see you next time. Hope to see you again soon, Chase. And I'll I'll subscribe to your channel as soon as I get a chance. If I can't find you within a couple of days, please just send me a channel link to my Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, and I'll happily subscribe to your channel. Same pouch. I think it was on position of the bands and the clips for me. Oh, interesting. Evening here in Thailand. Wow. Red Bear is watching. Well, how's it going, Red Bear? I've been using root pouches. How do you like them, Leon? How do you like the root pouches? All right, Load Slinger, you take it easy, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. All the best to you and your family. Araf, how you doing, buddy? New subscriber? Good to meet you. I have a question for long shots. Is it better to use 9.5 or 8mm steel? Here's my position on this. 8mm steel for long shots, I think they're quicker speed, but they don't have the weight to carry the ammo. 9.5, I find, actually travels farther than the 8mm steel does because it doesn't lose the momentum as quick. Not entirely sure 100%. I was going to do I did a video on this one time to see what kind of speeds I was getting from 10 meters with 8mm steel and to the catch box. And I can't remember if I did 9.5 either, but I think when I tried going back to like 20 meters to shoot this, I was able to get the 8mm steel in the catch box, but the 9mm steel, I was a little sketchy to get it through my my crony without destroying it. Okay, cool. So the next, I'm here every Sunday. I do these lives. So if you pop up in here, feel free to post your channel down in the comments, and I'll take a quick screenshot of it or something, and I'll try to get you. Hate from Nepal. Why all the hate, buddy? Sending you some love from Canada. How about that? I'm sure that's a typo. At least I hope it is. Yeah. All right, let me see what time we got here. Yeah, guys, we're going to have to wrap this one up. I got some family stuff I got to take care of here and get some dinner rolling. For those of you who joined in the chat today, thanks you very much. I wish you all the best to you and your families for this Easter holiday. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And hey, no worries, Chuck of Steel. I'm just wrapping this one up. Definitely shoot Squatch Shot a subscription. Tell him ATO sent you, or tell him that you saw him here on the live. And anybody else who's interested, please, in any one of these lives, post your channel link, and we'll see what we can do. Get you some more subscribers. Let's build this community. Alrighty, everyone. You guys take care. Stay safe. Get out and practice. Be good to each other. I will see you again soon. I love you guys. You're freaking awesome. Bye for now.